Imagine World War III broke out without any notice. Would the U.S. have enough service members to support and protect America's freedom? Today, many service members are getting out due to forced retirement due to the enlisted force controls. Currently, new volunteers are needed to protect this freedom. Do we have enough volunteers? Probably not. Do we surrender, or do we utilize the selective service system? What do we do in a time of crisis like this? Today I'm going to tell you about the selective service system. The creation of the selective service. All males aged 18 to 26 are required to be registered through the selective service system. And the penalties and offenses that can happen if you do not register for the selective service system. The selective service system was created in 1940 by President Roosevelt. It was renewed in 1980 by President Carter. It was renewed in 1980 due to the United States needed to have an adequate force ready available during a time of crisis in our nation. Since wartime, we have needed a lot of people to be re-enlisted or enlisted in order to fight these wars that we encountered. Since 1948 to 1973, we have used the selective service system, with the last person being inducted into the selective service in 1973. Right now, we have an all-volunteer military, so right now the selective service system isn't being used at this time. It is in a standby mode, being managed by a separate entity within the federal government. When Pearl Harbor was attacked, we used the selective service system, which helped us gain all our personnel to fight and go to Japan and win the war during World War II. During that time, over 2 million people were inducted via World War II. A total of 16 million to date since the last person being drafted or inducted in 1973 is over 16 million. The purpose, of course, of the Selective Service Act is to make sure we maintain an adequate service, have reserves ready available in a time of crisis. As you can see through the Census Bureau, how many males are available during the census. Right now we're at an all-time high. Due to DoD decrease, we don't need to enact the Military Selective Service Act. Over 1% of the United States makes up our military service. Right now, per DoD retention numbers, we are meeting all our goals and getting our all-volunteer military and keeping them up to standards. The annual report is pushed out every year up to Congress. 96% of males registered for the selective service system, which puts us at over 6% of the population of available males readily available between the ages 18 to 26 years of age. Now that Congress has passed that females are allowed to participate in combat roles, that'll allow us to have more personnel available and have them per the selective service now sign up and register. While the Military Selective Service Act and the Selective Service System is not enacted, like I said, it's still being maintained through Congress and a person that's appointed as a director of the Military Selective Service System. Now, we're going to talk about what if we have penalties. What are the penalties if we don't register? What can happen? One, you can be imprisoned up to 5 years and $250,000 fine. If you become a conscientious objector, you can always be put into the Alternative Service Employer Network, which means you can do your obligated service through other means, i.e. caring for the elderly or caring for the infants during a time of war. Also, there are exemptions via the Military Selective Service Act. One, if you've done your time, obligated service, you can be exempt. If you are also a public service officer, health service officer, law enforcement officer, congressman, certain representatives, you're exempt from being drafted, even if you're between the ages of 18 and 26. Those are the exceptions that you can abide by, or they can do to you. Right now, we're going to talk about why it remains in place. It remains in place just in case of emergency. When will it be enacted? Don't know, but everybody's still required to register via Selective Service System. Now that if you go and register or get a driver's license, you're automatically entered, whether you're a American or not. The MSAA Act has been signed and updated up to 2003, which is the last time it's been updated due to the OEF wars. And it is a requirement in the United States of America to sign up for the United States Code. Many other countries have relied on the United States to care for and become the world's 911. As Winston Churchill stated, we can always count on Americans to do the right thing after they exhausted all other possibilities. That is the conclusion of my speech.